what is embryologist?
हम लोग का काम है लैब में बच्चे बनाना.
What is testosterone?
तुम्हारा स्पर्म टेस्टोस्टेरोन की वजह से ही बनता है.
IVF किन्हें करना चाहिए?
People who are fertile can also choose to go through IVF to delay their pregnancy.
Steroids से sperm quality पे भी affect होता?
Steroids cause shrinkage in the testicular size.
There's a term that is egg freezing.
It was for people undergoing cancer treatments. The longest recorded pregnancy from frozen egg have ranged up to 27 years. मतलब कैप्टन अमेरिका जो 70 साल तक frozen था actually happens.
Vaping, alcohol, smoking, does that also affect the sperm quality?
Even one glass of alcohol in your whole life can affect.
Hello and welcome to this new and exciting episode of Vetty and Wise. आज की कॉन्वर्जेशन ना काफ़ी इंटरेस्टिंग होगी एंड विल ओपन योर माइंड्स ऑन सो मेनी क्वेश्चंस रिगार्डिंग सेक्सुअल हेल्थ इंक्लूडिंग IVF, sperms, steroids and many more. So let's get this started with our guest of the episode, that is Dr. Pratik Makwana. So, Dr. Pratik, thank you for coming to our show and doing this. Tell us, what is embryologist और एम्ब्रियोलॉजिस्ट का रोल क्या होता है, क्या करता है और लोगों को ये चीज़ क्यों जाननी चाहिए?
First of all, thank you for having me on the podcast. To start with, as embryologist, हम लोग का काम है लैब में बच्चे बनाना.
Okay.
In the most simplest of terms. But when people come for IVF, what they see is just the doctors that they meet. But then there are a group of doctors which work behind the scenes inside the labs, which usually they don't interact with patients as much as a gynac would. Those are embryologists, and everything that happens inside the lab, outside the body, is the work of an embryologist. So taking the eggs, taking the sperms, inseminating them, making the embryo, and then transferring it back to the uterus or freezing them is the work of an embryologist.
Okay.
So that is what we do, and it's usually not very well known. But now I think since IVF has been on the boom since the last 10-15 years, so embryologists have now come into the forefront as well.
Got it. But tell me one thing, ये जो term है, embryologist का जो term है, why do common people need to hear about it a lot? Because if you see tier 2 and tier 3 में, there's no much knowledge. I think even today, they don't know much about this embryologist term or maybe IVF. IVF आज जाके social media के वजह से maybe it is booming, but tier 2 and tier 3 में इसका क्या, what's the status about it?
Okay, so because I live in Jodhpur, which is essentially a tier 2 city. And I understand it over there that it's very important that patients also talk to the embryologist and people know what they are, because IVF के अंदर सबसे important चीज़ होता है patient to be in a spot where they feel secured.
Yeah.
Because जब वो आएंगे तब they're already scared. They don't know, they've been trying to get pregnant, बच्चा हो नहीं पा रहा है, so they're already scared. Now, first they need some assurance.
Yeah.
Because it's even IVF is not 100%. So just to convey to the patient and make them feel secured, ज़रूरी नहीं कि इससे pregnancy होगी, but for them to feel a little stress-free, it's important they talk to every important member in the team.
Okay.
So once they have spoken to the doctor, then they have spoken to the embryologist, then they have spoken to the nurse and the staff, which is who they will speak to on a regular basis. It's very important that embryologists are also out there talking to patients, explaining it to them ke how your eggs are, how your embryos are, sperms kaise the.
Yeah.
इसलिए बहुत ज़रूरी है that people know what embryologist is.
But then how do you make them comfortable?
So now that in medical, the first thing that we learn is जब हम medical college जाते हैं तब history taking, जो patient की history लेते हैं, is an art.
Okay, yeah.
And people don't take it seriously in colleges, but when they come out of the college, that's when they realize कि अगर उस समय ध्यान दे देते, because you need to be very precise with what you're asking. Patient हमेशा ज़्यादा information देगा, हमेशा deviate होगा. So taking the correct history out and trying not to miss any relevant point is what history taking is, and it is an art. You need to keep working on it. So to make the patient feel secure, it's बहुत ज़रूरी है कि एक तो they have to realize कि उनकी गलती नहीं है, because society का pressure इतना है कि हमेशा वो उन पे रहता है कि ओ तुम pregnant नहीं हो पा रहे, and especially the women are blamed, which is not the case, because infertility affects everyone. तो उनको सिक्योर्ड फील कराना इज द फर्स्ट स्टेप इज टू मेक देम रियलाइज कि होता है, इट्स नॉर्मल जस्ट लाइक एनी अदर डिजीज,
Yeah.
and then you go ahead and talk about the treatment or what options they have.
Got it. So, there was this one study that it says that globally, 1 out of 6 people are affected by infertility. And ये हम देख रहे हैं men and women में दोनों में.
Yeah.
So, why is it happening? Like, इतना ज़्यादा infertility rate जो है वो क्यों बढ़ रहा है?
So I've always had two observations for this. First of all, I'm not really sure if 1 in 6 जो study थी, I've read this paper, but I don't know if 1 in 6 is the right number, but I know that the infertility का जो incidence है वो बहुत बढ़ गया है. Like in
Right.
the last 30 years, the spike has been crazy, especially male infertility. So two reasons जो मेरे को हमेशा लगते हैं. एक तो the first is कि infertility की testing बढ़ गई है.
Okay.
तो लोग पहले भी इनफर्टाइल होते होंगे, बट दे नेवर गॉट टेस्टेड फॉर इट. सो इन द लास्ट 40 years टेस्टिंग बहुत बढ़ गई है, सो अब केसेस और सामने आ रहे हैं. एंड सेकेंड, जो अपनी लाइफस्टाइल है, जो रेगुलर लोगों की जो लाइफस्टाइल है, इट हैज़ मूव टू अ वेरी डिफरेंट. पीपल वर नेचुरली एक्टिव बैक इन द 80s 90s. उस समय पैथोलॉजिकल कॉजेज ज़्यादा होते थे जिनमें आपको ट्रीटमेंट चाहिए ही होता था.
Okay.
अब लाइफस्टाइल कॉजेज भी आ गए हैं, प्लस एनवायरमेंटल कॉजेज आ गए हैं. पोल्यूशन इतना है, विच इज़ वन ऑफ द मोस्ट कॉमन कॉजेज विच विल अफेक्ट योर मल्टीपल पार्ट्स ऑफ योर बॉडी, मल्टीपल ऑर्गन्स इन योर बॉडी, एंड इट विल एंड अप अफेक्टिंग योर फर्टिलिटी एज वेल. एंड पीपल डोंट रियली केयर अबाउट देयर फर्टिलिटी. उनको तभी याद आता है जब उनको शादी के बाद बच्चा करना होता है, तब दैट्स द फर्स्ट टाइम दे विल गेट इट चेक्ड इन देयर होल लाइफ. तब
Okay.
तक people will not know what their sperm count is, what their semen analysis reports is, what the status of their eggs are. उन सब
Okay.
नहीं पता होगा किसी को भी. वो सब तभी याद आएगा जब उनको बच्चा करना होगा. And
Okay.
and sometimes it's too late.
Got it. Do you think that जैसे हम annual body checkup कराते हैं, वैसे we need to do these type of tests also. Is it necessary or it is like skippable?
No, I think it is very important.
Okay.
Because that's the whole reason. So there are conditions for women where the ovarian जो eggs बचते हैं body में, because limited number of eggs ही होते हैं.
Yeah.
And menopause comes around 46 to 50 years of age India में, when all the eggs are done.
Yeah.
अब no new egg will be formed.
Right.
But in some cases, pathological cases, menopause can come as early as 28, 25, 21 also.
Okay.
तो अगर आप वो एनुअली चेक कराओगे, यू कैन सी इट अर्लियर कि योर ओवेरियन रिजर्व इज डिप्लीटिंग, तो आप पहले ही एग्स फ्रीज करा लोगे.
Right.
सो यू कैन सेव दोज एग्स जो बचे हुए हैं. एंड दिस इज जस्ट वन वेरी एक्सट्रीम कॉज, बट फॉर एन नंबर ऑफ रीजन्स यू शुड ऑलवेज गेट योर फर्टिलिटी चेक्ड एटलीस्ट एनुअली. सीमेन एनालिसिस ज़्यादा डिफिकल्ट है नहीं, यू जस्ट हैव टू मास्टरबेट इन अ कप. That's all, and they will check for your sperm health कैसी है.
Right.
For women, it's just blood test जो men के भी होंगे
Okay.
for their hormonal levels, and sonography. That's about it. तो ज़्यादा दोनों की टेस्टिंग में ज़्यादा इतना टाइम लगता नहीं है. साल में एक बार भी करा लो तो बहुत है.
Right. Got it. Tell me, what is testosterone? And I think it is decreasing in men, right?
Yeah.
So what is the root cause for it?
So testosterone is the male sex hormone. जैसे estrogen is the female sex hormone. Progesterone and estrogen, female sex hormones. Testosterone similarly male sex hormone. तीनों hormones male और female में होते हैं. Even the FSH, LH जो होते हैं, जो menstruation जो cycle में जो peak करते हैं, वो men में भी होता है. But it's just that उनकी levels अलग अलग होते हैं.
Okay.
So testosterone is the male sex hormone जो भी अपने secondary sexual characteristics होते हैं, वॉइस क्रैक होना, बाल आना,
Right.
मस्कुलर डेवलपमेंट होना, ये सब टेस्टोस्टेरोन की वजह से होता है.
Okay.
एंड तुम्हारा स्पर्म जो बनता है वो भी टेस्टोस्टेरोन की वजह से ही बनता है. सो इट्स अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट हार्मोन इन द
Okay.
बॉडी. अभी के टाइम में बिकॉज पीपल हैव एब्सोल्युटली बैड न्यूट्रिशन, नाउ दे डोंट रियलाइज इट. दे थिंक कि हाँ न्यूट्रिशन खराब होगा तो ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा वेट ऊपर नीचे होगा.
Yeah.
बट जब वो ऊपर नीचे होता है तो बॉडी का हार्मोनल बैलेंस भी बिगड़ जाता है.
Okay.
जब वो ऑब्सक्योर होगा तब आपका टेस्टोस्टेरोन का प्रोडक्शन भी खराब होगा.
Okay.
and that will not just affect your sperms and your fertility,
Hmm.
it will affect your all your other characteristics, because तुम्हारे बॉडी के इतने सारे रोल्स हैं जो टेस्टोस्टेरोन को करने हैं,
Hmm.
वो सब अफेक्ट होंगे.
Got
And
it.
it has been dipping because lifestyle, people stay in phones. Sedentary lifestyle हो गई है. You know, your body is not working enough to produce enough testosterone. And then you have a lot of familial diseases these days. People are more prone to diabetes. We are the diabetic capital of the world.
Yeah, true.
People are more prone to cardiac causes. So everything you do in your life will affect the hormones, which will in turn affect everything else.
Got it. You know, many influencers from fitness industry, they have started promoting this Shilajit type of products. And Shilajit product वो लोग promote करते हैं to boost the testosterone. Tell me, does that Shilajit type of products, does that really works? या erectile dysfunction के लिए ये सारे जो products है क्या वो better है actual में?
So Shilajit is supposed to be really costly. The original जो आप Shilajit लेते हो, it's supposed to be really costly. But these products that you see in the market are around 400, 600. I think इतने ही होंगे. I doubt कोई 600 के ऊपर कोई price होगा. So now imagine if it's a very, very expensive and rare form of plant which you are getting for 400, 600. तो quality तो वैसे ही नहीं है. In fact, a lot of research papers have indicated this, that people taking Shilajit and these other अश्वगंधा और ये सब जो लोग आयुर्वेदा के अम्ब्रेला के अंडर मार्केट करते हैं,
Yeah.
but they source it from very poor sources and it can actually harm you. Benefit तो कुछ नहीं होने वाला. I'm telling you, like right now, these are all gimmick products because
Okay.
I mean, if somebody comes and says you, okay, यार मेरे पास एक Mercedes है, मैं तेरे को 5 लाख में दे दूंगा, you would know that it's not going. It's
true.
something is really wrong with it.
Right, right.
Similarly, Shilajit भी it's a very expensive product जो मार्केट में इतना सस्ते में मिल जाता है. These are gimmick products and they can harm you. Plus no Shilajit or no pill ऐसा मतलब no non-medical pill will actually help you in increasing your hormones. Testosterone improve करना है तो उसके लिए there's a full medical treatment called HRT, hormone replacement.
Okay.
उससे बढ़ता है.
क्या करता है ये HRT?
HRT is essentially you get testosterone from outside
Okay.
so that your body can start coming into the hormonal balance again. And if the body comes back to the balance and it can produce its own testosterone again, तो HRT हम रोक देंगे. Otherwise hormone replacement चलता रहेगा.
Got it. Got it.
तो शिलाजीत से नहीं होगा. Specifically जो मार्केट में मिलती है.
Okay, okay, got it. Let's talk about the IVF जो term हमने बात की थी, right? What is IVF and IVF किन्हें करना चाहिए?
So IVF is essential. IVF का मतलब होता है in vitro fertilization.
Okay.
In vitro यानी बॉडी के बाहर, fertilization यानी fertilize करना.
Yeah.
तो बॉडी के बाहर जो fertilization होगा उसको IVF बोलेंगे. Fertilization होता है eggs और sperms का.
Okay.
Okay, so that's IVF. किसको करना चाहिए? It depends on a lot of causes. You know, people who are fertile can also choose to go through IVF if they want to delay their pregnancy.
Okay.
They could be fertile, but वो सोचे होंगे कि यार we are 35, 32, we don't want to have a child right now. We want a child say in the next 5 years. But तब तक उनकी natural fertility will decrease. तो वो IVF के लिए जा सकते हैं. They can have their eggs and sperms. If they are single, they can freeze them as eggs and sperms. If they are a partner, if they are married, if they are a couple, then they can make it into an embryo and then freeze the embryo.
Okay.
And the longest recorded pregnancy from frozen eggs and embryos have ranged up to 27 years. इस मतलब कैप्टन अमेरिका जो हमने एवेंजर्स में जो कंसेप्ट देखा था वो 70 साल तक फ्रोजन था. It actually happens. Not a full human body, but the cells.
Amazing.
Yeah, so we actually do that. Like it happens all over the world at every single IVF center. And yeah, that's just IVF. Anybody can do it.
Okay, okay. And what's the minimum cost for this IVF?
So the cost will vary. Okay, if you're in a tier 2, tier 3 city, it will be cheaper. In a metro, it could be costlier. The range for one cycle of IVF is anywhere between 1 to 3.5 lakhs
Okay.
for one cycle. And as freezing would come in, multiple cycles would come, because IVF is not 100%. The global success rate is 40 to 50%.
Oh.
Yeah, and natural pregnancy का rate होता है 7 to 15%. So it's a jump from that,
Yeah,
but it's not
yeah,
100%.
definitely.
Yeah.
Got it. जो जिम जाने वाले जो लोग होते हैं वो स्टीरॉइड्स जो कंज्यूम करते हैं, राइट? सो स्टीरॉइड्स कंज्यूम करने से
Yeah.
स्पर्म क्वालिटी पे भी अफेक्ट होता?
Oh yeah, I think it's one of the most documented cause जो steroids का body पे होता है. It's shrinkage in the testicular size. जो
Okay.
टेस्टिकल्स होते हैं एकदम छोटे से हो जाते हैं श्रिंक होके, एंड बिकॉज छोटे से हो जाते हैं तो उनके अंदर टेम्परेचर बढ़ जाता है, स्पर्म प्रोडक्शन डिक्रीज हो जाता है, एंड इट अफेक्ट्स योर फर्टिलिटी. एट दैट टाइम पीपल डोंट रियलाइज इट, बिकॉज सी अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल ऑल्सो टेक स्टेरॉइड्स अनसुपरवाइज्ड. जो बॉडी बिल्डर्स हैं, फॉर देम हैविंग दैट सॉर्ट ऑफ बॉडी इज देयर बिजनेस.
Yeah.
That's how they'll earn. That's how they'll get into it, right? To be able to compete at that level, they will have to take something, and they usually take it under medical guidance. उनकी टीम्स रहती है, पूरी मेडिकल टीम होती है जो उनको बताती है कि आपको इतना ये साइकिल अब शुरू करना है, ये साइकिल अब एंड करना है, दिस इज द डोज यू टेक.
I think they're professionals, right?
They are professionals, yeah, and even they get affected.
Okay.
तो अगर तुम अनचेक ले रहे हो, तो you can expect कि तुम your fertility, तो people still will come at towards the last. When they realize कि अच्छा अब शादी हो गई है, बच्चा नहीं हो रहा, तब they'll realize कि fertility is gone.
Okay.
But तब तक your heart is in trouble, your breathing is in trouble, your respiratory system is in trouble, like your digestive system, your liver is in trouble. So you are putting unnecessary strain on your body by taking steroids. So there are, उसके बिना ही बन जाती है, बना लो.
बट उतना वेट किसी को
मेहनत
करना
करनी
नहीं है,
पड़ती है.
मेहनत नहीं करना पड़ता.
मेहनत स्टेरॉइड्स वालों को भी करनी पड़ती है.
या
लोग बस यही भूल जाते हैं कि
राइट.
ये वाला पार्ट, मेहनत वाला पार्ट.
Tell me, does alcohol or smoking cigarettes that also affect the sperm quality? Because we can see that आज का जो Gen Z है, you'll see all Gen Z, or not all Gen Z, but
Yeah.
majority of them might be consuming vape.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Vaping culture काफ़ी ज़्यादा बढ़ गया, right? So vaping, alcohol या smoking, does that also affect the sperm quality?
Yeah, I mean, initially बहुत पहले एक वो आता था कि there's a daily limit of alcohol which you can take, which is considered under safe values. Now it's completely banished. Abhi there's no safe limit for alcohol. Even one glass of alcohol in your whole life can affect. And smoking is absolute no. I mean, it's very bad, but लोग करते हैं फिर भी.
Yeah.
एंड लोग एग्जाम्पल्स भी देते हैं कि अरे मेरे दादाजी तो इतना सिगरेट पीते थे और उनके तो 7-8 बच्चे हो चुके हैं. सो दैट्स एन रेयरिटी. मतलब जो उस जमाने में होता था वो काफ़ी, बिकॉज वो लोग बाकी चीज़ें ढंग से करते थे.
Yeah.
सो अभी जो अफेक्ट जो कर रहा है फर्टिलिटी का अफेक्ट, उसमें स्मोकिंग इज़ अ वेरी बिग कॉज. एंड द प्रॉब्लम with smoking and alcohol is that even though people decide that they don't want to do it, see, if my friends are doing it, if I'm not doing anything, I'm still in that room.
Yeah.
वो जो passively जो smoke हो रहा है, that's equally harmful as active smoking.
Yeah.
So मैं कुछ कर नहीं रहा हूँ पर मेरे को पूरा damage हो रहा है. So that also happens, and it will affect your fertility. I mean, they are one of the prime, especially in our lifestyle segment, they are one of the prime reasons why fertility is decreasing. Is your alcohol consumption and smoking. When it comes to vaping, India में vapes कायदे से illegal है.
Yeah.
They have been banned by the government for a long time now. But black में तो
But yeah,
आराम से
definitely
मिलते
you'll
हैं.
see the small pantapri stalls and all.
Yeah, सब जगह मिलेंगे.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Got
the
it.
problem is that जब बैन नहीं हुए थे तब 1-2 कंपनीज थी जो बनाती थी, एंड बिकॉज उस वक्त बैन नहीं था, रेगुलेटेड था, they were making good quality products, which was, I mean, still bad, but at least quality control था.
Right.
अब मिलते हैं वो चाइना के प्लास्टिक वाले जिसमें वो क्या डालते हैं किसी को कुछ नहीं पता है. No quality control.
Yeah.
And अभी बहुत recently there's an incidence of something called vape punch, which means your lung collapses on itself. जिससे अपन सिगरेट में वो काला करके नहीं दिखाते थे कि तार इकट्ठा हो गया.
Yeah, yeah.
इसके अंदर लंग के अंदर जो छोटे छोटे एल्वियोलाई होते हैं जिसमें से हम ऑक्सीजन लेते हैं, छोड़ते हैं,
Got it.
they start collapsing. So you
Okay.
essentially suffocate on yourself and die. that vape punch is really serious, and it happens to chronic vapors जो काफ़ी सालों से continuously vape कर रहे हैं. Because vape आए किस लिए थे? Smoking reduce करने के लिए.
Yeah, true.
But आप कहीं भी कर सकते हो. Smoke के लिए उठ के बाहर जाना पड़ता है.
Vaping is done anywhere. Yeah,
कहीं भी
it's
कर लो.
easily done. Yeah.
There's no smell. So the frequency of smoking increases, even though say the harm is less, but the frequency increases, so the harm also increases. Now you have come back to the smoking wala, and then you keep doing it. Plus it's so carcinogenic. Yeah, I mean fertility तो बहुत दूर की बात है. पहले I mean if you are
There are different harms also.
yeah, there are so many things that can go wrong before you reach the point of fertility.
True. Got it. Let's talk about surrogacy. What is surrogacy, and when is surrogacy done?
Okay, so it's essential. So the other term that we commonly use is third-party reproduction.
Okay.
And what happens is that if somebody cannot carry a baby, if the ovaries are fine, and the uterus has some issues, उसका anatomy खराब हो सकता है. It could be removed at a certain point of time for any number of reasons, or anything that would go wrong with the uterus. And the mother or the expecting mother, the woman, she cannot carry the baby.
Okay.
In that case, she can look for someone else to carry her baby.
Okay.
That's third party reproduction. So we'll take her eggs if she has viable eggs. If she wants a donor, we can also take donor eggs. So we'll take the eggs, we'll take the sperms from the partner.
Yeah.
We'll make the embryo as we do normally, and then we'll transfer it in the woman that they have hired for it in her uterus, expecting a pregnancy.
Okay.
So that's third party reproduction. So that's another party doing a reproduction for you. This is a complete एक legal process है.
Okay.
पूरा contract बनता है between the partners and the woman who's carrying their baby. Because पहले ऐसा भी होता था कि after 9 months of carrying, the woman can come and claim the baby to be hers. ऐसे cases भी आए हैं.
Okay.
So पूरा एक contract बनता है. And initially commercial model था इंडिया में जिसमें you pay the woman carrying the baby for you.
Okay.
Besides taking care of her for the 9 months.
Right.
अब मॉडल चेंज हो गया है जब से एक ART लॉ आया है. ART is assisted reproductive techniques, which is the main subject. उसके अंदर IVF is a small part.
Okay.
So ART लॉ जो आया है अब चेंज हो गया है. उसके अंदर कमर्शियल जो मॉडल है वो बंद हो गया है. Now it's completely altruistic, which is a very bad model.
Yeah.
Already UK में फेल हो चुका है. So I don't know why we are doing it now, but है अभी के लिए वही है. So we work within it. The couple still has to take care of the person carrying the baby, but there's no financial involvement. अब पीछे से under the table कोई करे तो करे वो तो you cannot really control, but officially now we are in an altruistic model of
Got it. And for surrogacy also, is there any age limit कि कौन से age तक they can do it?
So for IVF in general, the age limit is 50 for a woman and 55 for a man. So both the partners have to be under that age limit to get the IVF done. Similarly, for third party reproduction also, these are the age limits which are applied. थोड़े बहुत changes होते रहते हैं depending on who can get, because it's not available to everyone.
Right.
Not everybody cannot come. There has to be a certain reason for why they are getting, a third party reproduction. Or people get it for multiple reasons. कुछ भी हो सकता है. It could be
maybe the professional is in such a way that
yeah, like you see a lot of people in the business of where their appearance matters a lot. They also tend to get third party reproduction, which is okay. I mean, to each their own, as long as they are okay and they're both
very
consenting.
subjective.
Like, it shouldn't matter to anyone, but the law restricts quite a lot of things now.
Got it.
Now it's not as easy as it was before 2021.
Okay, got it. And what will be the minimum cost for this also?
So the cost is a little higher in this case.
Okay.
It can go up to anywhere between 8 to 15 lakhs.
Okay.
Yeah, because now you are also, especially if you're also getting donor gametes. Gametes are eggs and sperms.
Yeah.
So if you're getting donor gametes, the cost will also add because now you're getting eggs from someone else. तो उसका कॉस्ट भी बढ़ जाएगा.
Okay.
Anywhere
Got
between 8 to 15 lakhs तो हो ही जाता है
Right.
surrogacy का.
And there's this one more term that is egg freezing, right? काफ़ी ज़्यादा
Yeah.
social media पे people are talking about it,
Yeah.
egg freezing, right? So can you explain the egg freezing also?
So now what happens is, say there's a woman who does not want to get pregnant, or who knows that she's going. So initially जब first time egg freezing आया था, social egg freezing तो काफ़ी late आया है.
Okay.
But जो initial reason था egg freezing का, it was for people undergoing cancer treatments.
Oh.
बिकॉज जब कैंसर का ट्रीटमेंट होता है तो जितना रेडिएशन केमिकल्स जो बॉडी में आते हैं और मेडिकेशंस, उससे योर फर्टिलिटी इज कम्प्लीटली गॉन. एंड इफ यू आर समवन जो ट्रीटमेंट से 21 या तो छोटी एज में 18
Got it.
19
हाँ.
या 30 के पहले या 35 के पहले, एंड यू डोंट हैव अ किड एंड यू आर टेकिंग द ट्रीटमेंट, सो यू वांट टू प्रिजर्व योर फर्टिलिटी गोइंग फॉरवर्ड. तो उनको एडवाइस किया जाता था कि अपने एग्स या स्पर्म्स फॉर मेन, बट सिंस आर टॉकिंग अबाउट एग फ्रीजिंग, तो उनके एग्स पहले ही बाहर निकाल लेंगे एंड देन वील फ्रीज देम,
Okay.
so that whenever now they want to have a child, their eggs are frozen up. We don't have to worry about their fertility later on. ये concept था. Social egg freezing also came with the same idea that now we'll not wait for people who are only going through cancer treatments. It's not only for them. For anyone who wants to delay their pregnancy, it could be a single woman at say 35, 34 who has now thought, maybe I won't find a partner. I'll just freeze my eggs in case I do find them,
Okay.
find someone. तो मेरे eggs तो बचे हुए रहे. Or people at 28, 29 who feel के, the kind of lifestyle we have, maybe our fertility will decline over time.
Yeah.
So they'll also choose to freeze eggs. Now there's no limit to what reason you can come up with, but anybody can go and freeze their eggs. And I personally think it's amazing because it sort of gives you the insurance and you're not bound by the time limit जो एक
Absolutely.
अपनी सोसाइटी में जो एक माइलस्टोन नहीं होता कि पहले शादी फिर बच्चे इस
बच्चे
एज पे
30,
इस एज
35
पे.
तक. Yeah, got it.
And biologically it makes sense because 35 के बाद eggs का number falls very steeply.
Okay.
So it makes sense कि तुम उसके पहले freeze करा लो.
After what, 35?
After 35. Eggs are limited and body की tendency है कि सबसे अच्छे egg सबसे पहले निकालेगी.
Okay.
इसलिए
got it.
आइडियल प्रेगनेंसी वाली एज आज भी 24 से 28 के बीच में ही है.
Okay.
Biologically that's the ideal age to get pregnant. But it doesn't make sense because you're too young.
True.
And if you're not ready, I mean some people do, but if you're not ready then you should not.
Got it.
So that's why you should freeze eggs earlier on. You can freeze eggs at 32 also, but the best, if you want the best cohort of
That
eggs,
is like between 24 to
between
28.
like 28, 27 is the best time if you already know. So yeah.
Got it. So what are these steps for egg freezing?
So when somebody wants to get an egg freezing done, we will first do certain tests. जो blood
Okay.
test करेंगे to look at hormones, especially FSH. Then FSH is a follicle stimulating hormone, which is very important for how the periods happen. तो
Yeah.
period के अंदर ही egg release होता है.
Right.
So what happens is body prepares a lot of eggs. Release एक होता है.
Okay.
That's your menstrual cycle. And जब वो fertilize नहीं होता, and because जब egg बाहर निकल रहा है ovary से, the body will prepare itself for a pregnancy.
Okay.
So uterus will prepare itself. लाइनिंग बढ़ जाएगी यूट्रस की, एंडोमेट्रियल जो सबसे अंदर की लेयर होती है. ब्लड सप्लाई बढ़ जाएगा टू प्रिपेयर फॉर अ प्रेगनेंसी.
Okay.
व्हेन द प्रेगनेंसी डज नॉट हैपन, द यूट्रस विल शेड ऑल इट्स लाइनिंग. दैट्स अ पीरियड. सो व्हाट वील डू इज विल चेक फॉर AFC. AFCs के ओवरी के अंदर कितने फॉलिकल्स है जो डेवलप हो रहे हैं.
Okay.
एंड देन वील चेक फॉर अ हार्मोन, AMH, एंटी मुलेरियन हार्मोन. ये 3 चीज़ें तो हम देखेंगे. इसके अलावा बाकी टेस्ट्स भी होंगे जस्ट टू लुक एट वाइटल्स, बॉडी के वाइटल्स कैसे हैं.
अच्छा.
एंड देन बेस्ड ऑन दैट विल प्रोसीड विद द ट्रीटमेंट. सो Day 2 जो होता है साइकिल का, मेंस्ट्रुअल साइकिल का, तब से ट्रीटमेंट स्टार्ट होता है. वी स्टिमुलेट द बॉडी विद ड्रग्स फ्रॉम आउटसाइड. These drugs will mimic the body and will make the body produce more eggs, more follicles. So normal cycle में एक निकलता है, काफ़ी सारे बनते हैं, एक निकलता है. इसमें अब काफ़ी सारे बन रहे हैं.
Okay.
बट जब बन रहे होंगे वो ओवरी के अंदर, तब निकलने से पहले हम सबको एस्पिरेट करके बाहर निकाल लेंगे ओवरी से.
Okay.
And then all the eggs will come into the lab. So takes the whole stimulation part can take anywhere between 12 to 14 days. तो वो रोज वो एक इंजेक्शन लेना होता है, हार्मोनल इंजेक्शन
एवरी डे?
एवरी डे. इट्स अ सबक्यूटेनियस इंजेक्शन, जैसे
हाँ,
डायबिटीज के इंजेक्शन होते हैं,
या
तो लेने होते हैं. बट ऑफ कोर्स इट्स वेरी टैक्सिंग ऑन द बॉडी बिकॉज यू आर टेकिंग हार्मोनल इंजेक्शंस. यू
Right.
विल गो थ्रू मूड चेंजेस, यू विल गो थ्रू चेंजेस इन स्किन.
हम्म,
बट नाउ वी हैव रीच्ड अ पॉइंट जहाँ पे हम कम से कम डोज में we can get the desired number of eggs.
हम्म,
So that has been an advancement. पहले बहुत ज़्यादा डोज देते थे,
right.
say 10-12 years back. Now we have reached a point जहाँ पे हम कम से कम डोज दें,
हम्म,
as low as possible,
with the same result.
with the same result or even better results.
Okay, nice.
So बॉडी पे इफेक्ट भी कम हो उसका. It's
Hmm.
less taxing on the body.
Right.
Then we'll retrieve those eggs on the जब भी वो stimulation का end होगा,
हम्म,
ठीक है, and then उन eggs को we'll freeze in liquid nitrogen. So liquid nitrogen का temperature होता है -196 degrees.
okay.
So there is a certain steps. We have certain medias available जिसके अंदर हम पहले eggs को we'll have them pass through those media.
हम्म,
उस मीडिया में कुछ chemicals होते हैं जो cryoprotectants होते हैं, which will
Okay.
protect it from the temperature.
हम्म, हम्म,
And then we will just dip it into the liquid nitrogen. So it's called vitrification.
हम्म,
जैसे vitrified tiles आती है ना,
yeah.
vitrified is glass-like appearance.
Hmm.
So when we dip it into the liquid nitrogen, it forms like a glass-like frozen appearance across the embryos. The eggs.
हम्म,
And then we'll just store it in our tanks. We'll label them with the date and everything and store it in our tanks. Now, whenever the patient comes back,
yeah.
say 1 year, 2 year, 3, even 5 years down the line, we'll just
Okay.
take them from the tanks
हम्म,
and we'll warm them. So the eggs are back now.
yeah.
And then whoever the partner is, we'll take their sperm and fertilize the eggs.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we spoke about IVF, surrogacy, egg freezing,
Yeah.
right? There are so many techniques which have been like evolved, right?
Yeah.
अगर हम बात करें 30-40 years पहले, this was something like very new, or maybe like
Yeah.
there was not much of existence, right? In fact 10 साल पहले इंडिया में भी इतना ज़्यादा बूम नहीं हो रहा था जितना आज के टाइम पे people are very much open about it, right? So what do you think, what's next, like what more we can expect now?
So I'll tell you what, 1978, which is around 40, कितना हो गया, 42, 40 years?
Yeah,
40,
more
something
than
like
that.
that.
Yeah,
More than that,
हाँ.
46, 45 years, whatever it is. At that, the first IVF baby that was born was in UK.
Okay.
I think on July 25th, 1978. Okay. Just after 3 months, in August, India had their first IVF baby, which was world's second IVF baby. And the technique used was much more advanced than the one used in UK.
Okay.
And that too within 3 months. So which means the research was going side by side.
Yeah.
And UK में फिर भी there was a team of 3 people who were the main people essentially doing it.
Hmm.
Dr. Edwards, Dr. Steptoe and Jean Purdy.
Okay.
इंडिया में एक ही डॉक्टर कर रहा था, डॉक्टर
Wow.
सुभाष मुखर्जी.
Okay.
And what happened was, of course, how the government is, how the people are.
True. True.
They went against him. उसकी सब research जला दी सब,
Oh
and
shit.
he ended up committing suicide. But that woman, the one who was born,
Yeah.
she still comes to our conferences. So we still meet her,
Okay.
Durga, and even the first IVF baby जो UK में हुई थी, that she also comes to Indian meetings. Since that time, the boom has been there.
Hmm.
When the first IVF baby was born in UK, the boom was right at that point because people were trying to get pregnant even at that time. And when these guys were doing IVF, everyone was thinking ये पागल हो गए हैं, कुछ नहीं होगा. They were also calling it artificial and all. But now seeing, since those 40-45 years till now, the boom has always been there. Abhi, it's just more accessible to people.
Okay.
The taboo has reduced.
Hmm.
अभी भी इंडिया में मतलब इतना ओपनली नहीं बात करते.
Hmm.
Infertility is still considered, like for a man it's considered he's not man enough, he's less of a man
Got
if
it,
somebody is
yeah.
infertile. But वो taboo बहुत कम हो चुका है.
Hmm.
अभी भी है, but it's getting much better. That's why we are seeing an influx of patients.
Hmm.
छुप छुप के पहले भी पेशेंट अलग अलग सिटीज में जाके IVF करवाते थे. अगर वो इस सिटी के है तो इस सिटी में नहीं जाएंगे, एक कोई कहीं देख नहीं ले,
Right.
कहीं और जाके करवाते. The boom has always been there because people will always want to have children.
Yeah.
वो कभी खत्म नहीं होगा.
Hmm.
That's why I think IVF has always been a growing field. अब क्योंकि infertility भी बढ़ गया है for whatever reason. Taboo तो कम हो ही रहा है, infertility बढ़ गया है. So this increase in the population getting IVF has always been like a very stable increase.
Got it. Got it. Let's talk about AI. How is AI helping in your field?
So in our field, actually, AI is there, but the use is very subjective right now. अभी
Okay.
क्या होता है, हम AI यूज करते हैं पेशेंट स्क्रीनिंग में
Okay.
और एम्ब्रियोज को इवेल्युएट करने के लिए. आई मीन नॉट जस्ट टू select which embryo to transfer, but the first process is to deselect which embryo to not transfer. And there's a technique called pre-implantation genetic testing, where we take some cells of the embryo, we send it to a lab, and then we get a genetic profile कि ये ट्रांसफर करने के लिए सही है या नहीं. So what we're trying to do through AI is to completely circumvent that process.
Okay.
कि उस प्रोसेस के ऊपर से जाएं ताकि हमको एम्ब्रियो को डिस्टर्ब नहीं करना पड़े, कुछ भी इन्वेजिव प्रोसीजर एम्ब्रियो में नहीं करना पड़े, बिकॉज टू टेक आउट सेल्स ऑफ एन एम्ब्रियो इज एन इन्वेजिव प्रोसीजर. और उसके भी काफ़ी सारे पिटफॉल्स हैं, काफ़ी सारी फॉलिसीज हैं अभी भी उसके रिपोर्ट में. तो AI का हम यही देख रहे हैं कि इफ़ AI कैन प्रिडिक्ट through whatever, because it's a machine, so it will look at way more parameters than our eyes can.
Right. Right.
So if it can predict without the invasive procedure कि कौन सा embryo genetically normal है, then I think that will be a great use of AI in our field. Patient selection के लिए भी हम use करते हैं अभी तक.
Okay.
Those softwares are very expensive because India में इतना कोई बना नहीं रहा है. बाहर के जो हैं they charge a bomb.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it becomes a little difficult. But all these procedures are very subjective. The only software in AI that actually helps while doing the procedure is the one to select sperms.
Okay.
So जब हम sperm pick करते हैं oocyte में oocyte egg के अंदर inject करने के लिए, oocyte is an egg, egg के अंदर inject करने के लिए, तो that software helps us pick the right sperm while we were picking the sperm. So that's the only software which sort of works at the time of procedure. बाकी सब procedure के बाद के.
Got it. And it is still available, right?
It is
Now.
available.
Okay.
Like I have used it now as a trial period. I've had 50 results sort of, but I mean it's promising.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Let's talk about gene editing. एक new concept है.
Yep.
I've heard on social media. So tell us, what is gene editing concept, and is it accessible right now?
So gene editing, it came with the idea that जिन लोगों को कुछ भी familial diseases है, we'll use a certain gene editing tool. It's called CRISPR. We'll use that tool to correct those certain mutations.
Okay.
So that वो disease हट जाए next family के उसमें से. This is a tool and it is a functional tool, but it's not functional in IVF.
Okay.
There have been 3-4 diseases like sickle cell, thalassemia. इन सब पे लोगों ने जो researchers हैं उन लोगों ने try किया है and it has worked to a certain extent. So that's great news. And just the people who created CRISPR technology, and they use the gene editing tool is called CRISPR, and then they have another variant, an additional part which is called Cas9.
Cas9. Okay.
Yeah, which is actually the protein or the one which will go inside and then make the change.
Okay.
So CRISPR Cas9.
Okay.
And जो इसे creators हैं, Jennifer Doudna and Emmanuel Charpentier, they got a Nobel Prize, I think, in 2021 or 2020. I'm not really sure which year, but they got the Nobel Prize for this technology at that time.
Got it.
And you can only get it when your test has been replicated in multiple research settings by different researchers.
Okay.
So essentially it did work out and people are using it to treat diseases.
Okay.
IVF में जो concept आया था वो था designer babies और Barbie babies. कि
Barbie
हम
babies.
कि हम हमारा बच्चा जैसा हमको चाहिए वैसा बनाएंगे.
Okay.
So if somebody wants कि यार मेरा बच्चा 6 फुट का हो, blue आंखें हो, blonde बाल हो, so they want to use that technology to edit certain genes in the body so that the baby comes out like that.
Okay.
The original idea was to remove familial diseases.
Yeah.
But of course, when you can do that, why can you not? Why can you not do this?
True. Yeah.
So theoretically, अभी भी ये applicable है, and I'm sure आगे जाके कोई ना कोई तो करवा ही देगा इसको.
Definitely.
But ethical concerns बहुत है.
Okay.
You know that maybe you are, say, if a certain population, like people in the US want to become darker. People, especially the white people, they keep trying to keep tan,
Yeah.
like tanning themselves. It's very normal for them.
Right.
People in the Middle Eastern and the South, especially Indian subcontinent,
Yeah.
they want to become fairer.
Right.
So those ethical concerns with the use of this technology for this purpose will always be there. How people circumvent it, how we come across guidelines, हम कैसे use करेंगे इसको, we don't know.
Okay.
But I think when it becomes something which is widely applicable, then maybe we'll think about
Got
if
it.
designer babies should exist or not.
Barbie babies.
Yeah, Barbie babies.
Interesting name. Cool. So, while ending this podcast, what advice you would like to give to our viewers, to our audience?
I think advice, I don't think anybody wants to listen to this, but it's the most used advice, because when it comes to life, it's the basic things which you have to do to get better or to feel better. And nobody wants to do that. Everybody wants shortcuts. Okay, how do I improve my lifestyle in 7 days? You cannot. It's a life. It's right in the word.
Right.
So you eat properly, you work out, and that's, if you're into smoking and alcohol, just try tapering it off to a point. We have discussed that even one glass is harmful,
Right.
but try coming down to a point where it's, where you consciously know that मैं लिमिट में हूँ.
Limit में. Yeah.
Yeah, because एकदम से बोलेंगे कोई बंद नहीं करने वाला, तो उनको खुद ही को आना पड़ेगा. But yeah, it's the most basic thing. It's also the most difficult thing, because everybody just wants to jump to the solution very quickly. Doesn't happen. So just follow this, I suppose.
Got it.
We're all trying to do it, so
True.
why not?
True. Thank you so much, Dr. Pratik, for coming here and discussing so many topics with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
आज तो काफ़ी कुछ सीखने को और जानने को मिला होगा. इंटरेस्टिंग टॉपिक्स, अनहर्ड क्वेश्चंस, ये सारी चीज़ें. होपिंग आप सभी को ये एपिसोड अच्छा लगा होगा. हैव मोर क्वेश्चंस? Reply in the comments and we might get you a reply with the solution you need. Until then, you know the drill. Like, share and subscribe to Witty and Wise. See you next time.